Welcome back to Balance with Britt. I'm Britt, a nurse, a mother, and a world traveler. Today's topic is budgeting. Budgeting. Where do we start? I'll tell you where I start, and I'll give you a few tips and suggestions, and you can also share with where you started, or if you're going to start, or if you need to start, or what you need to do. Most of my budgeting tools and things that I have come from Walmart, Dollar Tree. May have picked up a pen or two at work. I'm known as the pen picker upper at work, so I have a lot of pens in my repertoire. Also, sticky notes, whiteboards, things of that nature is where I use or where I go to use my tools to stay organized. I have two jobs. I usually always have a full-time and I also have a PRN job as a nurse because I like to spend a lot of money here and there. And when I travel, generally I'll go by myself, splurge a little bit, go with the group, or I'll take my son with me and we may go with the group or we may go by ourselves, and we likes to eat and try new things. So starting off here with organization as far as my budget, I keep a little book here, little notebook, where this book I've had this for years, since 2017, where I've wrote down all my bills and budgets and things, planning up tips, tricks, things that I found over time or discussed with other people that have gotten me to where I am, to where I'm financially stable, but I'm pursuing financial freedom. So working on knocking down some of my debt while I'm still booking some of these trips. So that's one thing that I do have here. Another thing that I have is my planner. My planner stretches out for 2 years. This one I got from Walmart. I always look for the ones that go monthly, and I keep up with my dates, keep up with all sorts of things, obligations, things of that nature, as far as contacts, addresses, things that I have planned, events that are coming up, places that I'm going to go. My planner helps me out here. I also use my reminders and my calendar and my phone as well, because sometimes you can press snooze on one thing, have to check another, and another thing pops up. Sometimes you just forget some stuff, but that planner definitely keeps me in check there, and I look at it daily. Another one of my things is whiteboards. I have two whiteboards. I have a reminder whiteboard and I have a to-do whiteboard, where I have my weekly things that are coming up that I know I need to knock out and to do. My son also plays sports while I hold down these jobs here and schedule everything together. So when I put my to-do stuff down, some of my to-do stuff has to deal with him and some of my to-do stuff has to deal with me. So that way it helps me stay balanced and in order, and I keep it either on my fridge or on my kitchen dining table. My other whiteboard is just reminders. Like one day I said, girl, no more coffee. So on there, no more coffee. Also, girl, don't you eat no sweets till Saturday. So on there, no sweets until Saturday. Well, those didn't last too long, but here I am. I try to remind myself and I try to do some things that I know I need to change up. And another one of my things that I use to budget and organize is my cash wallet, my little cash envelope thing here. I got this from Dollar Tree. Nothing fancy there. I just go in here and I got my little tabs: grocery, gas, entertainment, school, hair, clothes, shoes, savings challenge, all these little tabs there. And one day I'll go into more details with that, and I'll share that with you all on how I do my little cash envelopes. I started off with the envelopes that came from Extra Mail, and I used to take the little white envelopes out of there, and then I would write down my categories. I would write down different things in areas where I'm saving money to, and then I would keep those envelopes. Then one day I saw that little thing in Dollar Tree and I fell in love and put the little tabs on there and switched over to that. So starting off here, I have three main topics that we want to get to today as far as organizing your budget. The first one is listing your monthly bills. These are the things that are coming out on your debit card, your credit card, or that you're paying cash or check with. Your monthly bills includes utility, mortgage, rent, auto loan, Netflix account, or you're paying on some jewelry, or you got something in layaway, something that you're paying monthly. It could be something that's short term, or it can be something that's revolving, something that continues, something that's going to be forever, like cable, Wi-Fi, or your light bill or water bill, sewage. Some people have an HOA, that counts as monthly as well. Two, as far as organizing for your budget, is listing your debts from smallest to largest. And by smallest to largest, I mean the smallest amount going from the top to the bottom, and at the bottom is going to be your largest amount. This could be credit cards, student loans, auto loans, things of that nature, a line of credit that you may have gotten. But I know a lot of people, especially for myself, was credit cards. Especially in my past, I used that to pay for daycare. I used credit cards to pay for trips. And I used that if I had something like a gym membership coming out because I wanted the points, the travel points on there. So list those debts out from smallest to largest. And after you get your smallest to largest, go back, log in the accounts, open the mail, read those fine prints that tell you what percentage APR or what percentage interest rate that you're paying on those credit cards. Put that to the side in like a little red marker so that you'll know how much you owe and what the interest rate is. And if there is an interest rate, some people have the privilege of having 0% interest at the time. You still need to figure out when does that end. So write that down beside it as well. The third part is reviewing your bank accounts. If you got a savings, you got a checking, you got a bank account over here, you got a bank account over there, open all of those, look at those statements. Go back a month or 2 or 3 and see where you are spending the most of your money. I went through mine, and of course mine was food. I likes to eat. I likes to go different places and eat. I like to try different cuisines, and I get tired of the same thing. So that's my excuse to go out and eat something. So looking on that, it was food, and of course it was travels. I put that on there. I tried to look to the side when I looked through those statements. And when I looked at it, I was like looking at how much money that I spent on food. I was like, wow, that was how I spent $20 at McDonald's. And I mean, of course I paid for myself and my kid, but they have an app where there's discounts. Like, well, did I not use the app that day? Do we need to cut back? Do I need to get the small sweet tea? What? So also going there and looking through your bank accounts and seeing where you're spending your money. Or say if you forgot something that you're paying on. A lot of people forget that they're paying on something that they thought they canceled a long time ago. Now's the time to go through that, look through it, call those people, go online, cancel it. Open your mail, open your emails, log into your accounts and see what's going on with your activity. I know sometimes we get a little comfortable or saying, oh, that's the same thing as I was going to do something and I'm always going to pay that amount. And they'll come out of left field, especially like Xfinity, and hike up your rate or hike up the price. Auto insurance often changes and you don't even realize that it's changing or that you're renewing your plan. So that's part of that as well. Those are my top 3 things as far as getting started with your budget, because once you know where your money is going, you'll know what you need to stop, you know what you need to cut back on, you know what you need to cut out, and that way you can see where you can kind of save some dollars here or there, especially if you only have one job and you have the opportunity or time to pick up a second one. It doesn't necessarily have to be in whatever profession that you're in, something on the sides where you can get some quick money or a weekly paycheck and you can put that towards your debt, or you can put that towards your sinking fund or savings or towards your food bank. I know I probably need to create a sinking fund for going out, but I do have, like in my little envelope system, I do have an area for entertainment that includes food because I like to entertain myself with some delicious cuisine here and there. Always think about your situation, your career, where you're spending your money, who you're hanging with. Sometimes you have to tell people, no, my budget won't allow me to do so. So after you get to go through all that, then that's where you can kind of define where you can spend your money, where you need to cut your money back from, and where you may need to increase your income. Next go around, when we get back into finances, we'll go a little bit deeper. I'll go into either the envelope system or how I'm going through the plan of paying down my debt. Might do both of those soon. So thanks again for tuning in with Balance with Britt. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. Also, let me know what you do or how you got started with your budget or figuring out what you needed to do to pull in, or if you have a budget. If you don't have one and it works for you, hey, it works for you. I wish I could do the same. There was a time where I didn't have a budget and it all caught up with me, and I realized I had to make some changes. So here I am sharing with everybody else. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time.